Hello everyone, I got an engine and a box full of parts that I 3D printed. I got a lot of assembly, painting and gluing to do to turn this thing into a Greek style dragster. So let's get to it. This is an engine that I designed and printed a few weeks ago. I will have the link to the file so you can print it in the description down below. Basically, this is a Honda cab, Honda C50 or C70, C90 if I'm not mistaken. We call them here GLX. Those engines are being used in pit bikes too. And they come in different CCs from 50 to up to, I don't even know. So this is the engine we'll be using. This is very popular and very good engine to modify and to run. And this is the engine we'll be using in this project. The chassis is designed based on this engine, and I'll give you full details on what exactly I will be building later when I finish it, when I assemble it, so you can understand when it comes from and what does it does. This one is painted. I used chrome spray paint and some silver paint to give the aluminum look. The exhaust is not attached. This is a straight pipe. Usually that's what they run. Of course, you got the carburetor. We have the spark plug boot inside, and this print is I'm not taking in 6 parts. It's not so difficult to print. It's very easy to assemble, and I recommend printing in this size. This size is probably 1/3 to 1/4 of the real thing, because if you print in smaller, you may lose some details. So let's get to the building of the chassis itself. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna assemble the main body. I used a brim. I used a brim to, not necessarily because I don't have problem lifting, but I just like to using it. But I will not clean it now, because if I will clean it and sand it down, it will make me a groove, something I don't like. So I will just put them together, glue them, and then I'm gonna clean them. If you want this part to be straight and matching, I recommend using the axles, the swing arm axle, so they will all lined up, so you don't have problem later. You can use this. This is the down engine, so it comes here, just to line them up. So you don't glue it in the wrong place. I will be using super glue. I do recommend, because as you can see, my printer is very good. So, and it's pretty smooth. So I will just give it a little bit. This is 220 sandpaper. I will just sand it down for the glue to have something to stick to. For gluing PLA, I do like to use super glue. This is a cheap one, I think €1 for 10 of them. I do like to use it. I recommend not using it too much, because it can burn the plastic, and has happened to me before. Or if you move it too much, it will not stick, it will not dry, and it will burn through the plastic, burn through the layers, and then it's almost impossible to glue it together. Just give a little bit here too. Wait. I got an issue here. Maybe it lifted. I don't think so. It lifted. Probably when I removed it from the printer, it worked. Because I cannot wait. I recommend using the axle to make sure that it's straight. Then it all lines up perfectly. Okay, so this side up, this one with the how do you call this one, with the race, this will rest on the frame. So you don't need to use super glue, but I do like to use super glue since they will stay like that. I just put a drop inside. That's the deal with the €1 super glue. 2 drops and it's done. You have to get another one, so sometimes it's not even worth buying them. What can I do? I saw it, I bought it, I have it, I need to use it. So I said I just put a drop of super glue. Not necessary. And it's a press fit, I do like, and it stays. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Pinch and soup. Get it on the table, it will stay in the table. And then let's hope it fits. Does it? Yeah. I don't know why this fits. Okay, so we got this once. Unfortunately, it was a mistake. I printed it with the support. So one will be like that. What can we do? See if it fits. That's the only mistake I did. I printed it with the support. I forgot I have to turn it on this side or something. That was okay. It's fine, okay, it fits, so I pull it back. Careful not to break it. Break it. A dab of glue. And there it goes. Same thing with this one. Let's see if it fits. It fits too easy, man. I'm not complaining. It took me a little bit of time to design. That was not so awesome overnight. Not overnight. Okay, so this one. This piece goes here. And that's one piece. This one is done. I used brim on the chain. That was a mistake. To clean all this access without breaking the chain, I don't recommend using brim. If you print it can, if you manage your printer to print it without any, of course you need to add supports, but the supports are easy to clean. The chain, the sprockets are one piece, so there's no need. They're all one piece. Because I didn't want it that you will have to print the chain and the sprocket and try to put it all together. So it's easier to just print it as one unit. And I split it because it's too long for my printer, so I had to split it. But it will not be difficult to glue together. here I will put a little bit more glue just to be safe. Safe, I don't like it. And just make sure that the seam that we glue them together matches. It's tight. I don't know what I did again here. Maybe I glued them a little bit crooked. It's fine because I know that one side of them lifted from the bed. So I don't know if that's the cause. It lifted from the bed, man. What can I do? No, it's done. Okay, so here are all the parts. I already got an idea of what paint, how I want to paint it. So the frame stays the same color. Because what else? The only other color I have is blue, and I don't want to make it blue as all more other my stuff. The back frame stays black, the swing arm stays black, the seat stays black, the handle, the grip stays black, the handlebar stays black, the axles I don't paint. Of course, the wheels will get painted, so they go to the box. The forks will get painted, so take them with us. The tree stays the same. The stand, this is a different stand. This isn't the same stand as it came with the engine. This is longer, so it can so the bike can stand by its own without any support. So this one will go. Do I want to paint this one or no? I think I will just leave it like that. I don't mind the color. This is the throttle. Not sure if I want to paint this one and give it black. It will give it a little bit contrast. So okay, let's paint this one too. Of course, the chains will go and get painted. This will stay black. This is the linkage for the shifter. This will paint this one. I don't know what, maybe chrome. We got two. This will get chrome. Those are one is the shifter, the other one is the brake lever. So this will go to be painted. Those are the pegs. So they need to get painted. The spark plug boot needs to get painted. This is the axles for the brake lever and the shifter, so they will not get painted. I don't mind them like that. Of course, the axles will not get painted. As I said, this is the drum for the brakes, and this is the sprocket. How do you call this one now? Whatever, the sprocket goes on here. So they need to get painted. I don't know what color yet. Of course, the fuel tank needs to get painted. This will be chrome with the probably black tip. This is the lever that goes on the back drum. So I don't know what color to paint this one, but I will paint this one. And the rest stays the same. I don't think so that we need anything else. So here we got the parts. Let's go and paint them. So this is the chrome I'm using. Comes in a spray bottle, in a spray paint can. You can see. I don't like it specifically because you put one coat and it's very easy to get dull. That you lose the shininess of it if you touch it or you do anything else with it. But yeah, it's fine as long as you're being careful with it. So this is what we're gonna use for the chrome. What do I do if I don't have a paintbrush or spray? I just get a silver and I drop them in. So we get to put together. close it. And I give it a spray. So everything is painted and it's ready to assemble. I already assembled this one, the forks, just because I was eager to see how it looks and if everything fits, and does it is fixed, and I don't want to pull it back because I don't want to destroy the chrome on it. It's already dull, as I said. It's not a good spray, but it's fine for what it is. Simple as that. So you just get the down three, and you add the tubes, the fork tubes. It is a press fit, so you need to apply a little bit force, or you can just make the holes bigger with the sandpaper or something. But it fits really nice, and I do like how it fits. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the frame, and we're gonna do the front end. So you can see this one goes backwards. Then we'll add the upper three. So basically this is how it looks. You can add a little bit. I will recommend to maybe use grease if you wanted to make it more smooth, but for me it's fine. I could add a little bit soap too. It does not do anything but to the plastic. You need to leave a little bit space up for the handlebars to sit in. I like to leave a little bit. I like to have a little bit space here. It just looks nicer, cleaner than to have it just flat, you know. I don't recommend gluing. You can glue them, but it's such it's a press fit, so it will not move. The next step is we're gonna add the engine. When it comes to the engine, the stand that comes with the engine has to go out because this is too small. And here it comes, this one. This is the other part. This is longer, so the bike can stand on the stand, not on the. It just fits like the other one, exactly the same. No need to gluing it. Then we put the engine and the chassis together. There's an upper pin. I will glue the pin in because I don't want it. I don't want them to move. As I said, I will glue the pins that hold the engine just because I want that the engine will be stationary. I'm not planning to remove or to do anything with it. There's a dab of glue. Okay, so now I will add the back frame. It's already done. The bigger axles goes on the front. Here I will add a little bit of glue because I don't want them to pop out. That's a dab glue. Let's add the back swing arm. As I said, a drop of glue, only so it will not come out. Because I want to like that. A little bit of glue here, so it will stay, because I did not make any shocks since this bike is supposed to not have shocks or anything. Yeah, it moves. You can leave it like that if you want to have it, but I will just glue it in place. A little bit of of glue here, and we will add the back wheel. Before we're gonna add the back wheel, we need to put the chain sprocket on the hub. Again, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of glue here. And then they go one way, there's no, you cannot mess them up. You cannot mess them up, they go one way. And yes, they spin. Don't get me wrong, but I will add a little bit of hand lotion inside so it will work as a lubricant. And it smells nice. That's it, and it's smooth. Then we go to the back, we'll add the back brake. Then we'll use the axle. Now let's not get confused. It goes like here. And the wheel spins without spinning the chain. Again, I'm gonna add a little bit of glue since I'm not planning to take this apart again. It's as a drop. And then we put it back. Now we'll add the front wheel. It does not matter which way, since there's no brake on it. I'll explain later why. And again, a little bit of glue, a dab. A dab. Like I said, the glue is not necessary, I just want to add it. This is the handlebar and this is the throttle. And then the grip. I will not glue them. The other one. Again, I will not glue them. They are press fit underneath. I will add the handlebars. Again, press fit. I may add a little bit. This one I will add glue. I did not put any holes so you can run a cable to the carburetor from the spark plug. You can just glue a little bit of cable, because I do not want, if someone wants to make it smaller or bigger, the hole will get bigger and smaller, and does not make sense. But if you want, you can just drill, or you can just glue it like I will do it later to have a total cable. Here we're gonna add a little bit of glue. Little bit, when I put the whole one, and then we slide them. The position is up to you. As long as it looks good, it feels good. We'll add the fuel tank. For this one we need a little bit of glue. I'll add it here to cover the hole that I made by mistake. Yeah, let's add the other part of the chain. It fits here. I'll add glue to it. Let's add the seat. Again, a drop of glue. Not that. Just to hold it in place. Not to hold it in place, just to do that. Okay, these two, this linkage and this small part, they go together. No glue, I will not add glue here. And then this part will sit inside of this. I need to put a dab of glue inside, not anywhere else. And then we'll put this one. Then we'll add the foot brake. The end on, and then on the end, again, a little of glue. Add the foot brake. Then on the foot brake, we connect the linkage to the brake on the back. And again, a little bit. I will not make it so it can move. This all can move, but I will just not make it move because this is only for display. So I'm not, making it functional. So this all get glue. Back is the same. I already put the axle. I will add the shifter, then the foot peg. Then we got the long shift linkage, which goes here. The tool. I did not, when I did the engine, I did not glue the exhaust because I wanted to have the bike ready so I can position it in a way that it's flat, it's straight with the bike, so there's no up or down. So I will glue it now, and we're gonna glue this part of boot now. I decided not to paint it red or anything because since the bike has a little bit of to none of. That's it. And let's glue the exhaust now for the final time.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that erase all the...
So there it is, all done. The fuel tank, the engine, the chassis, the frame, the wheels came out really nice. This cable, I just use a wire that I had and cut it in places, just to look a little bit nice. Usually I don't add wires, but I just add it. So the story behind this one is, here in Greece we have a class in the dragster, the motorcycles. They call it Mini Pro. So basically what Mini Pro means is this started, those bikes usually start their life as a Honda GLX, Honda Cab, Honda C50, and they cut the frame, the chassis, let's say like that. They cut it to make this piece here. They leave the neck and everything. They add an aluminium frame up, usually aluminium. These days a lot of rules have changed, so maybe there's something else, but from what I know, and I designed this one like an old style dragster, not the newer one with the fuel injections, with every different, the new things. I've seen them in Asia, I've seen them in Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen them in Thailand, I've seen them in the Philippines, that kind of style of dragster. And but this one was inspired by the Greek one, the Greek dragster, the Mini Pro. So like I said, it started as a GLX, as a C50, then it's cut, they add the frame up. So the rider basically doesn't sit so high, it sits a little bit lower, and it can lay down on the bike, so it can lay down on the bike to be a little bit more streamlined, more aerodynamic. They extend the swing arm usually, of course, big tires, slick on the back. In front, like I said, this is designed on an old style that I didn't put brakes in front, but usually they will run a disc brakes or something like that, or even a rim or a rim from a BMX or something like that. Usually they will not run the old fork from the GLX or from the C50. They will run a little bit newer style and lower it as far as it can go. Usually, like I said, they don't have shocks on the back. It's just it sits. Usually, it's glue. It sits in the frame. It's somehow attached to the frame. Or there is sometimes they will add bars from the swing arm up to the frame to make it rigid, because this is a rigid frame. Let's say like that. Of course, you have your handlebars. This is back in the days they were running carburetors, so it was simple, electronic, simple, not much. Now with the fuel injection, everything you have to have, the ECU and this, that, the other, the fuel injection, the pumps, blah blah blah. Before, what they had is a tank, a carburetor, an engine, and a chassis, and that was it. So this is how I designed this on an old school type of a dragster, of a Mini Pro as they call them here in Greece. In other countries maybe they call them something else, I'm not sure. Of course, this time they run disc brakes on the back, sometimes disc brakes on the front, different rims, lighter frames. But this started as a GLX, basically it's cut, added frame, added added all this, that, the other. The engine usually is a GLX or C50 engine. Of course, the engine can be different from 50cc to 150 and up, and this time I don't even know, because it's a long time I haven't get into it like before. They ran a straight pipe for an exhaust. Like I said, this time it's maybe something different, but before they were running straight pipes. You have the foot pegs and the controls on the back, so when the rider leans back, he's comfortable. A simple seat like that usually. Like I said, this time they run different frames, different engines. The frames are a little bit more aerodynamic. They use different engine, more powerful engine, fuel injection. But this is as simple as it can get, as type of a dragster. Of course, on this one, all the rims, they spin front and back. It turns with an electric motor in it, and it will go where I can make it an RC rather than that. So that's basically the story on them. Who knows, maybe one day I will build a real one, but not this time. I may get in trouble. I can be, I mean, I do not know everything about them. I never get into building one. I never get into riding one. So there is maybe some things that I do not know about it, and some things that I'm saying that is wrong. I'm sorry for that. but I believe I know the general idea on them. I believe I know. Like before they're running huge carburetor, FCI if I'm not mistaken, huge carburetors, you know. They experiment, they change the sprocket. Like I said, I don't know everything about them. I'm not that's not my area of expertise. So for sure, someone knows more about more than me. But I just wanted to make it as a simple, you know, like that, just to have fun. And whoever wants to download, it's free. It will be free on Thingiverse, Cults, and Tanks. You have to download the engine separately and the chassis separately, put it together, paint it together. I do not recommend making it much smaller because you may lose some details on the carburetor and on most of the parts. But generally, it is a pretty easy model to put together. Okay, it's big, but I'm planning to make a bracket for it to hang it up. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you in advance, and I hope I will see you in the next one.